Hello, and welcome to another video. Today, we will be sending off the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set by building one last sealed deck together. So for next week, we will start taking a look at Strixhaven. From what I've seen so far, I am really excited for that set, especially for the Mystical Archives sheet. But anyway, we will talk about all of that later. For today, we've got some packs to crack and a deck to build. So I'm gonna start by opening these up all at once. Then we'll sort them and take a look at the rares and start building from there. Let's get right into it. Alright, so here are the rares. Nothing too groundbreaking, I don't think. I do like Leader's talent a lot, but maybe something like blue-red is a bit more promising. But let's take a look at the commons and uncommons before deciding on a direction. Looking at the land, does certainly look like there would be support for blue-red here. So, not very much weight here, but we do have some pretty good cards. And we do have our plane cycler here, so maybe we can get some of this in. Alright, here's a look at the blue. We've got a couple other Donatellos, some Stockmans, and some counterspells. Definitely missing some of the smaller artifacts I would hope to have, like Buzzbots or Sewer Valence Cam. Wow, our black is a bit interesting. Maybe we can run some of this removal with all of these swamp cyclers in here. So, only 5 unique cards in our red. I like Manhole Missile And aside from the dragon punks, I'm not seeing a whole lot here for artifacts, so not sure how viable that deck is going to end up being. And for green, we didn't end up having any green rares. Here we just have some spells and a few larger creatures. So kinda seems like nothing more than a supporting color in this pool. And then for multicolored and colorless, I really like what we have going on with black-white here. And it does seem like we have a bit more potential for the artifact deck, especially with the Baxter Stockmans up here. I'm still not fully convinced that that deck will work, but I think I want to build it and take a look at it quickly. And after that, try building black-white or maybe Mardu. I mean, that's 23. With 7 artifacts. Does it really do anything? It seems okay, maybe. It can draw some cards. It's got a little bit of interaction. We don't have that many non-creature spells. So I don't know if giving them affinity is that impactful. Would probably be the most beneficial for Turtle Blimp. And then for our top end, our creatures really aren't that big. I guess maybe the hope would be pumping up something like Turtle Blimp with Baxter Stockman. So we'd have a 6-power first striking flying creature. That kind of seems like the best we can do. So, yeah. Maybe something like this would be our option for blue-red artifacts. But let's take a look at black-white here to see how that stacks up. Alright, so that's 26. We would certainly have to make some cuts here, but I think something like this appeals to me a bit more. I think our stats on the board are better value than in the other deck, though we don't have as many opportunities to draw cards like we did in the other one. I think our removal options are better, and although we don't have as much flying, we do have some evasion, like Menace or April O'Neil, which we can potentially load up with counters and punch through for a bunch of damage. So I do like that. This deck is a little awkward, I think, in the sense that it's kind of bridging between a Sneak and Alliance. But if done correctly, then both strategies can really benefit from each other. For instance, generating another Alliance trigger during combat can be really powerful. I think this package here is very strong. And we have a bunch of creatures with Sneak. The only downside, I guess, is we don't want to be boxing ourselves in by loading up creatures with counters and then not having any targets that we're willing to return to hand for Sneak. So, just something to be mindful of, I suppose. But yeah, with 2 land cyclers, maybe we could get away with doing just 16 land in this one, which would be 2 cuts. I don't know. I don't really want to get rid of anything. This does seem pretty aggressive, so maybe this is something we could plan on sideboarding in if we need to slow down a bit. So yeah, that's 24. This is what I would try doing with this pool. Would you go for something more like the first deck we built? Or something else entirely? Let me know. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button. And please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I put out new Magic the Gathering ASMR videos every Monday and Friday. I truly appreciate all of your support. And I hope you have a wonderful day.